Good morning everyone. I am Shweta Sarangi, and in the previous class we have studied about the biodiversity at global level and at national level. And today we are going to study about the biodiversity at local level. Okay, so the biodiversity at local level can be well understood by demarcating the points, places, zones which are rich in biodiversity. This can be understood as compositional, that is rich in plants and animals of same habitats and genetic makeup. So we can also study the local biodiversity on the following basis. Okay, so first one is our richness of species at a given place. Second is physical characteristics of habitat and vegetation in particular area. Third is change in species composition across different habitats. Fourth is local diversity based on climate, geographical, ecological and other processes which are responsible for creation. And the fifth one is rate of change across gradients and conditions. It is said that the environmental variables are responsible for diversity, but temperature plays an important role in affecting the biodiversity of an area. So the local areas are well affected in heterogeneous and homogeneous habitats. So there are various types of species which are still not discovered by us. So nowadays scientists are also discovering new species in daily basics, and also there are various types of species which are not discovered yet, and they are try to discover them. Various types of flora and fauna, they are also not discovered yet. So they are also trying to discover these various species. Okay. Next we are going to study about the threats to biodiversity. Okay. So one of the major threats to biodiversity is space, food and raw material for expanding human and plant establishment. So Wilson in 1985 described the losses of biodiversity as crisis, and this is more serious for developing countries like India. Since 1600, there have been over 1,000 recorded extinctions of plants and animal species by Smith et al. 1993. Probably yearly, humans were directly responsible for extinction of many large and smaller mammals. But the elimination of the species is a normal process of the natural world. When species die or extinct, they will replace by others. But due to human population and its impact on ecosystems, thousands of species and subspecies become extinct every year. Okay. According to E.O. Wilson, we are losing 10,000, around 10,000 organisms a year, that is 27 per day. If this will continue, we may destroy millions of plants, animals and microbes in next few decades. So it is studied that 99% of all species of fossil that ever existed in new extinct. Okay, so before man's appearance on this planet, the rate of extinction was one species per 1,000 years. However, the pressure of human activity has drastically changed the picture. Okay, so between 1650 and 1950, about 30 species, around 30 species of higher animals were lost. So various studies show that about 50,000 in invertebrates invertebrates species are losing every year. So almost one recorded as threatened. So India Wildlife Act in 1972, which is scheduled that I provides a list of about 150 endangered species. Okay, so disappearances of dinosaurs, along with about 50,000 of existing species at the end of Cretaceous period, is the best example of extinction. In India, 33% of reptiles and 42% of birds species are endemic. It is said that the current extinction rates are possibly 4 or 5 times more than the rates in the fossil record. Okay, so I would just want to tell you that what do you mean by the endangered species. Okay, according to Red Data Book and Botanical Survey of India, about 427 endangered plant species are identified. This is about 20% of India's total floristic wealth of higher plants. Examples of endangered plant species occurring in the northeastern region, including the eastern Himalayas. Okay, so the area of biological resources including their genetic resources are renewable in nature or in similar ex situ conservation with proper management and can support human needs identically. So thus it's appropriate to treat these as the fundamental sources for sustainable development. Okay. Endemic species means the it's a endemism of India biodiversity is significant, and about 4,900 species of flowering plants are 33% of the recorded floras are endemic to the country. These are distributed over 141 genera belonging to 47 families. Okay, but these are the concentrated in the floristically rich areas of northeast India, the Western Ghats, Northwest Himalayas, and the Andaman and Nicobar Island. So the Western Ghat and the Eastern Himalayas are reported to have 1600 and 1635 endemic species of flowering plants respectively. Okay, so this constitute 2 of 18 hotspots identified in the world. It is estimated that 62% of the known amphibian species are endemic to India, of which a majority occur in Western Ghats. Nearly 50% of the lizards which are found in India are endemic, with a large number being found in Western Ghats. Endemic species are the plants which are limited in their distribution. That is, they are that means that is they are restricted to a small area and not found elsewhere in the world. It may be due to some reasons. So, what are the reasons of this? So, first is poor adaptability of a species in a wide range of ecological. Second is presence of some geographical barrier, that is sea, mountains, etc. And the third is failure of dispersal of reproductive organs like propagules, seeds, runners, etc. And the next one is the species might have been comparatively young and not have enough time to spread. So these are the uh, points. Okay. Uh, so there are various types of plants and animals in India which are endemic, like parastic, which the number of species is 500, free living, that is 90, Lepidoptera, that is 9, land and fresh water, that is 967 number of uh, species, freshwater species is 64 number of, and marine is 14, reptilia is 182, amphibia is 123, abs is 60, mammalia is 44.